My name is Ricky Lawson II, and I am 31 years old. I'm also known by my other nickname, which is Malandro or Contra Messi Malandro in capoeira circles.
What is your current height and weight?
6 feet and 165.
And what is your physical background?
Played basketball, ran track in high school, started doing Kempo karate in high school as well. Towards the end of high school, started capoeira, and I've been doing capoeira ever since. And I do a little bit of cross training, such as running, a little bit of weightlifting to supplement.
How often do you work out?
At least 6 times a week. I teach that often, and I try and work out at the same time while I'm teaching, give a little bit of a demonstration, feedback, but then also working out with the students as well.
What's your favorite exercise and why?
Capoeira, just because there's so much to it. There's the upper body strength that it requires with the ground movements. There's the explosion of the legs. There's all the acrobatic elements. Good mental exercise for like the music, everything.
What is your least favorite, but why do you still do it?
Stretching, just because I don't like to sit there and be in one spot for too long. But I do it because I know it, prevents injuries, and it will help improve the function of the capoeira movements.
What is the physical feat you're most proud of?
Teaching myself acrobatic movements such as flips and other things like no-hand cartwheels, so on and so forth.
Have you ever had a serious injury or physical setback that you've had to work around or adapt to?
2006, I tore my left Achilles. 2012, I tore my right Achilles. So those were the two injuries that were a setback. Well, because they're similar injuries, it's pretty much the same thing. Exercising patience with yourself, trying not to be depressed of how much you can't do, and focus on what you can do. Really not to beat yourself up over it if you get injured, whatever the injury is, because some people say like, oh well, if you weren't doing that, then you wouldn't have got injured, and you can twist your ankle just walking out of your house. So it's just like, if it happens, it happens, and you handle it in the way that you can, so that you could come back. I know 2 people in the gym that I work out in who have torn both Achilles. They continue to they're still physically active and doing their movement. So you just have to kind of be more cautious as far as like, don't do it on concrete.
What is the most important part of your diet?
Breakfast and what you eat after you work out. When I was training in Brazil, after I would train, then I would go get like a really big coconut that they would sell on the street. And now you see like they're selling like a lot of like coconut water over here, but that potassium and everything is like, oh, sometimes when you work out, eat a banana, blah blah blah, but all the vitamins and minerals that like are already in the coconut. And it was just like the green coconut, they jam a hole in it and then give you a plastic straw, bam, there you go. And it was like the best thing. I wasn't as sore, and I could keep up a real strong intense regimen.
What is the biggest mistake that beginners make when they're just starting out?
To not be patient and try and jump certain steps, whatever it is. If it's like learning a handstand, learning a new movement, like there is a progression, there's an evolution that happens, and of course you can push that, but make sure you really understand the first step before you move on to the next one. You really have to understand A before you move on to B. So I think just that, being impatient and wanting to reach their goal without the journey, and a big part of it is like the journey.
What is the best advice you've ever gotten, or something you think everyone should know?
No matter what happens, good or bad, that there's a lesson that you can learn from it, and then you can evolve from it. So I've been injured twice, and it's just given me a real exercise in patience with myself. Not that I was like being impatient, but it's just a reminder, because I still teach when I'm injured. Put me in a position to see things from a different angle. It was like I really had to understand inside and out the details and have to explain it verbally, because I couldn't demonstrate it.
Why do you love it? Why do you keep going?
Well, I love it being capoeira, because it just has opened so many doors for me. It's given me an opportunity to meet new people, travel the world, but more importantly, discover more things about myself. Yeah, it just gives me motivation to like push myself physically, mentally, and it's really hard to explain. It's like there isn't a day that doesn't go by when I don't really think about capoeira. Seriously, like even if I'm not able to like physically train it, there isn't some moment in the day when I'm not like thinking about either playing capoeira or something that have seen before in capoeira.
Woo!